I got a bone to pick with you. I've never been mad at you in the.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's good, G?
I've never been mad at you in 10 years.
What I do? Oh, I know what you about to say. Some
What
stupid
blood
shit.
clot? On my ass clot think by the blood clot pay-per-view. What's going on, my nigga?
Come
on, ARP, man.
So what was you just sitting with Verb or some shit and listening to Verb's nonsense?
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Verb don't know nothing about this business, man.
What does that mean? You can't no, ARP, don't do that. What do you mean he does? What's that got to do with the paper? What does that got to do with the pay-per-view? You're a smart man. Come on. Don't mind fuck me, ARP. You are one of the brilliant minds that I know in battle rap. With common sense, intelligence, I am never gonna play you like you. Don't do that, ARP. You're too brilliant, man. We call you surgical guy. Don't do that. We labeled you that.
I appreciate that, but you want to know what's even sadder than that? Y'all get up in these spaces with Verb. You let him run his fucking mouth about oh, on your way out, let's do a free pay-per-view for the court. He's always acting like he wanna. Didn't he say once upon a time he was gonna give Smack a free battle? Did he ever do that? Does he really want to give a fucking free pay-per-view? Does he even know what it takes to put on a pay-per-view? Let me tell you something about some of your biggest battle rappers, man. I'm not saying this particular scenario applies to Verb, but I could say some god tier guys that they want to do their own pay-per-view.
Okay.
They find out what the call is, and then they tell me, you want to know what? I just want to rap. True story. Okay. Verb is in these spaces talking about how about we get the fans to put up like $2,000 and then we take a loss together. Has Verb said anywhere near what a real pay-per-view costs? Let me tell you something about this pay-per-view. Okay. We're talking about a free, or he's talking about a free pay-per-view. So let's say hypothetically, anywhere from 10 to 30,000 people show up on a stream, especially because it's free, right? After all the buzz of Ill Will and A Verb, right?
Right.
You know what that bandwidth tab is going to cost me?
I'm not privy to know. I'm not gonna feel like I know.
It's nowhere near no 2,000 funky ass dollars of what A Verb's running around parading, because he doesn't know. He's never ran a stream.
Right.
All right. So you're talking about the bandwidth cost of God knows how many people is going to jump on a free stream. That's number one. Number two, you're talking about Rap Grid hasn't even been negotiated. Why? Because it was never even a plan to have a pay-per-view, let alone a stream, period, whether it's free or costs money or not. So they haven't been negotiated. Rap Grid, when they support a stream, they have at least 2 to 3 people supporting a stream. People supporting the back end, doing customer service, making sure that everything's running correctly, doing quarter lab, bootleg, all that type of shit. They get paid, they're scheduled. You don't just pop up on a Thursday because you think you want people to see a stream or whatever the case may be. These people got lives too. So you got to book Rap Grid, you got to schedule Rap Grid, you got to have 2 to 3 people supporting the back end. You got to pay a real bandwidth cost, not this funky ass $2,000 that A Verb is talking about. You got to schedule and deal out all of this type of shit. But this is why I'm in my shoes doing my job, and Verb needs to shut up and do his job. All right. When it's time for me to do a pay-per-view, which will never happen again, but over like the last 10 years, right? I do my fucking job. And when Max Out 3 is going on and him and A Ward step in front of the fucking camera and it's time to take that stream around the world, my job is being done. He's supposed to rap. He does his job. I do my job. I don't come into his world and say what it's like to write the type of shit that he writes, right? So stop running around acting like it costs $2,000, $2 funky ass $1,000 to put on a stream. All right. Your back end, your full check for this Ilgo shit don't cover the stream costs. This is why motherfuckers don't want to host a pay-per-view and put together a full pay-per-view event on their own. This is why of all the battle rappers in the world, rarely do you see somebody even get close to trying to cut out the middleman. And I'm a person that waves that flag. Cut out the middleman. Go straight to the consumer yourself. Battle rapper, do it. John has done it. Big Cannon has done it. Hollow and Danny or Disaster got together to do it once or twice, right? But you don't see that shit rampant. These battles would rather have a guaranteed check, and I can't be mad at them, because once you start finding out that it's going to cost you $20, $30, $40, $50,000 based on how much bandwidth and how many people is going to be connecting to your shit around the world, it's a different ball game, and that's just a piece of an event. So Verb, you stay in your lane and let me stay in mine. We'll catch y'all on YouTube. Fuck is wrong with this guy?
Wait,
And the 3-letter-mans of the world buy into his stupid ass fucking narrative because he speaks fast.
Listen to what the
He'll
brother's
be in
saying,
spaces talking about how about this ARP on your way out? Let's get the people a free stream. All right, as soon as you give Smack the same fucking free battle you spoke about 10 years ago. How about that? All right? The fuck? Yeah, don't listen to this guy. He don't know what he's talking about.
Wait, time out. Wait, hold on. So let me get this right. Ill Will Calico, Ill Will Hitman, those two classics on RB channel that the culture deems one of the best battles of all time. I just watched Ill Will and Hitman Holler last year had one of the best battles, if not the best battle last year. And you want to tell me Ill Will 2 for 2 on RBE with Midwest Legends, and now you give him Verb, and we can't get that on PPV though?
Yo, I'm glad I'm out, man. I'm just a fan / I'll fuck with certain shit behind the scenes. You want to know what's crazy once again, and maybe this is because what y'all listen to Verb in spaces, and shame on anybody that follows behind a narrative from a Verb in spaces. Shame on you, right? But this is how ridiculous it is, right? You put up a pay-per-view, you got clowns and all types of people that'll bootleg you, that'll complain about prices. Shit, shout out to A-Verb. Like when we was doing Max Out 3, we was talking about, I get it now before you guys realize how stupid this shit is. The price is about to go up. Some people will complain. Even if you put up a pay-per-view right now, $30, $40, $50, some people will complain. Some people will bootleg. Now I'm telling y'all, we didn't promote this shit. We put up a flyer 5 days ago. A-Verb has been being A-Verb. Will's been outside a little bit. Me and A-Verb had some fun the other day on the stream, right?
Yes.
And now people saying, we understand that by next week, you're going to give it to us for free on YouTube. The main YouTube guys over God knows how many past years, RBE, and now there's a complaint towards that? Shut the fuck up. What the fuck are you talking about? The fuck up. Who's walking around with that dumbass narrative? Shut the fuck up. Not you three, but you hear what I'm saying.
No, I'm not taking that way. I'm just confused.
I'm confused. I'm confused because this is why battle rap is trash, because you can't do nothing for nobody. Yo, Saturday cost a couple, maybe like, I'm not gonna say a number, it cost tens of thousands of dollars for Saturday. All right, considering we have paid battle rappers, we have well-paid battle rappers, we have Ruin Your Day, we have security, we have venue, we have rented camera equipment like dollies and lenses, like this full circle dolly and all that shit, a U-Haul truck to transport that shit. Or we got flights, we got hotels, all this shit paid for, right? And we haven't asked anybody from the culture to put $1 back into this. We haven't sold a ticket to be in the building. We gave away a couple for free. We didn't ask anybody to buy a pay-per-view. We didn't ask anybody to buy a VOD.
Why?
Right?
Why?
What the fuck is the? Why does that hurt you? That's what kills me. Like people will ask why for that. When did we ever try to sell a full circle?
No,
I said we'll catch you on YouTube.
You never had it. It hasn't been on pay-per-view.
No, but that's what no, let alone not even just full circle, even straight to it. When we did all 2021, I think, all those cards, we did a card that was like 20 something battles. Remember that? In one day or some shit, some stupid shit, 18, some stupid shit. Remember that shit?
Yes, sir.
Right? Yes. There was no VOD, there was no pay-per-view, there was no ticket sold. Remember the one that Surf came to? Yes, you know what I'm saying? There was no ticket sold and all that type of shit when me and him was going back and forth. You see clips of me and him, you know, on 15 Minutes of Fame. That was a free event.
ARP,
that was a private free event. It's no different.
ARP, you coming off the MVP season in 2020.
I appreciate that, but what the fuck does that have to do with the fact that we can give you Ill Will and A-Verb? We can give you Ill Will. We can give you Ill Will and A-Verb. Let's say hypothetically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for free on YouTube. You guys wasn't even supposed to know about this shit. I let certain people talk me into even telling y'all the battles was happening, because when we did full circles before, we wasn't even telling y'all that they was happening. You know what I'm saying? Got somebody like Avocado, like, yo, I'm gonna get some flyers done or whatever. Verb, you let Verb promote because Verb is Verb. Will, they deserve with a battle like that to be outside. You know what I'm saying? You got people that want to see some public Cool. So we gave it 5 days of letting the people know. But this is the trash thing about battle rap. Is like, no matter what you do, motherfuckers will complain. And that's why I'm glad I'm not in the business of trying to sell people
something.
something.
Sir. That's a credit to your platform.
I appreciate it. But then if I go on the other side of the gate, it's going to be a complaint somewhere anyway. So I'm not trying to please motherfuckers anymore. I'm cool.
All right. Maybe I'm bugging, but this is how I looked at it. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm looking at it like last week. Last week, there was 4 events going on. The coaches running around. Oh my God, which event should I get? Should I go to Battle Academy? Should I go to Rap Grid? Should I go to Riot and this one? So
they don't have that problem with any battles that go on the RBE channel. They don't have that problem.
So I'm thinking ARP sit back there like,
well, that I do.
All you guys fighting for #1 last week. I'm solo dolo for next Saturday.
Yo, you know, there's another factor that I didn't say as well, right? There's another factor that I didn't say. Because if you paid attention to what I was saying earlier about putting on a pay-per-view and booking Rap Grid and paying for that bandwidth and paying for the Rap Grid service because they have to get paid as well. The bandwidth cost is there regardless. That's gonna be passed on to somebody, me, right? But then they must get paid for their service as well, right? So whatever it costs to put on a real global pay-per-view, so to speak, even if I only kept it to the States, which we wouldn't do, it's still a significant charge. Even if you ignore that piece of it, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Which you really can't, because for me to put a stream on, somebody's got to pick up that bill. Averb's not going to pick it up. Okay. Averb don't even want to bet me a bet between him and Will. He's not picking up that fucking fee. Right. So even if I said I'm not passing that shit along. So you know what, people, just so I could put a stream on and not have to pick up that bill myself, because I know what bandwidth and all these charges with Rap Grid is going to cost. Hey, everybody, I'm trying to do y'all a favor because everybody wants a pay-per-view. Just $5. Or $10, whatever the case may be.
I'm going to cut your wisdom, but are you in general coming together as a conglomerate, as a union together to make all this happen for us?
No, I'm not partnered with on the business side with Averb in this situation. I'm not partnered with yo, he was booked to battle, which is where he's a great businessman and he's a great promoter, and I'm on some real shit. Working with Averb is dope. You know what I'm saying? Outside of his GOAT status and his promotion and everything, you know what I'm saying? If we be real for a second, but like he has nothing to do with the business of the coordination of the event or the other battlers or nothing. He signed a contract for him to battle Ill Will like any other time we've done business.
Well, hold on. I thought it was Charlie Clips at first.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's still a contract for him. It could have been Jag that he was battling. It could have been fucking Gwitty he was battling. It's the same thing for Ill Will. You get a contract, you have agreed upon deposit back end, you show up, you rap, you get your back end, and then your obligations is fulfilled. So his business doesn't go past him as an individual rapper. Okay, but going back to the point that I was making, you know what I'm saying? Even if we say, all right, let's put it up for $5, $10, whatever the case may be, just so I could try to, cover what that pay-per-view stream is really going to cost me. Then I got other battlers that's on the card that's saying, yo, I negotiated because there's no pay-per-view. I'm taking 10,000 instead of 20,000 because ARP, when you came to me with this business, right? Like I'm paying Ill Will. I don't even got to go down the list, right? The price that Ill Will is charging me, he's making good money, but it's not a price that he would be charging me if I was selling tickets and selling a pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? He's knowing. I come to him, I negotiate his price. I'm like, yo, this is what I'm trying to do with you, because on this particular scenario, which he's done before, like when he battled Rosenberg Raw, that was a straight to a card, straight to YouTube, no pay-per-view, no VOD. So what Ill Will is going to charge me for a max out or for a pay-per-view is not the same as what he's going to charge me for a YouTube battle. Same way I was able to do a fucking card with 18 fucking matches on it. You know what I'm saying? It's because from Big K to Reed Dollars to Jay Mills to everybody that's on that card, Show Off, Active, all those battlers were negotiated knowing that there's no pay-per-view. If I turn around and cut a pay-per-view on, right, I'm in breach of them. My reputation is trash, and I got them for the low with their expectations being a lie. And I would have to charge anyway because Averb doesn't know the fucking price of a pay-per-view. It's not the $2,000 funky dollars that he's asking the fans for, and then him talking about, and then the rest of us put some money in. He don't make enough money from this event right here to put it in to cover the pay-per-view for something like this. He don't know. So stay in your lane, Verb. Stay in your fucking lane.
So hold on. When is Gerald coming to all this? To all this?
Gerald comes in the same way he's coming over the culture for the last God knows how many years. Like when you see like A Verb and Hollow doing a 1-rounder on URL, that's like Gerald saying like, I want to see this. I fuck with certain people. I fuck with certain leagues. You know what I'm saying? The Geralds of the world need to be shouted out more.
Absolutely.
The same, yeah, the Geralds of the world need to, like when I do my max out, you know what I'm saying? I bring him to the forefront and I give him a signed fly and everything. I recognize him. I give him his respect and his props for being such a contributor and a fan to the culture. You know what I'm saying? We need to respect the Harrys that put hundreds of thousands of dollars or maybe millions of dollars into shit, whatever the numbers are, or the Al Capones or the Gerald McCoys or even the ARPs, because we've been self-financed, or the Lauren whoever. Respect these people. And when these people want to see something and they want to partner into a URL or a King of the Dot or RBE, and they say, yo, I want to bring you a match, respect it. Give them their respect. Everybody knows that Gerald and Verb rock with each other.
Yes.
Everybody knows that. So if they bring me a match that they want to do, and I got to put my own money and my own business and my own platform around it, that scenario could happen. And you want to give somebody like, I don't got to hide that. You want to give Gerald his props for that. That's dope. It still costs me money. It still costs me a shitload of fucking money too. Cause is Gerald paying Will? No. Is Gerald playing those flights and hotels with both of them? No. Gerald's taking care of her. That's dope. Okay. And I salute him for that. I salute Gerald for anything he ever does in the culture, because he's a fan. You know what I'm saying? He supports these battlers and he makes behind the scenes, and he does make some stuff happen.
Yes.
Right. But I don't know why Verb would use that against Will. That don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
are you telling me you have the authority, if you wanted to push the button tomorrow for PPV, if you wanted to?
No, because you don't call up a pay-per-view service and say cut it on tomorrow.
All right.
I just told you, like you gotta have 2 to 3 of these people be hired and scheduled for that particular weekend. They need to be paid. They need to be scheduled. They need to bring up the stream. They need to prep. You know what I'm saying? Then I need to tell them, yo, I'm doing it for free. Free. Well, if it's going to be free, you might fuck around and have 30,000 people, 50,000 people on that motherfucker. You know what the price is going to be, ARP? Yeah, I know what it's going to be. Does Verb know? Shit, nah, I don't. Shut up.
Okay, he also complained about the venue now being bigger now, and you're trying to help Ill Will.
That's a lie. That's a yo. 3-letter.
I'm only letting you know what the brother said. He told me to ask.
I'm gonna answer that 3-letter.
All right.
The problem that the fans are gonna start getting at you about is they're gonna start assuming that Verb says it, you follow it.
He told me to ask you that.
I don't give a fuck. No. I don't give a fuck what Verb tells you to ask. You ask me the questions you want to ask me. I don't give a fuck what Verb told you to ask me.
I understand that, but
right?
But that's a
but as I say, but I'm gonna answer the question.
Right.
But when you follow nonsense, right, it can make you look away. Okay. A Verb is rapping in the exact same place that he rapped his last battle versus Mickey Fax. Yes. So tell Verb to shut up. That's a fact. He's rapping in the same place he just faced Mickey Fax, and then he asks you or tells you to ask me a stupid question that makes no fucking sense. And then you ask me that, and then I give that answer, and y'all both look crazy.
No, but ARP, if I don't ask you that question, and I just had him on the show, and he puts that narrative out there, I have to ask you that, sir.
So, all right. Now that I got asked a stupid question, not. I'm not saying that from on you, right? But let me ask you this. What was the venue gonna matter?
You trying to say that Ill Will needs more people around him for him to win the battle? Basically, that's what he's saying. Basically,
he's a fucking liar because adding people to the background versus like what we did on prior full circles. It was an idea from Gerald. Gerald called me and said, "Yo, I got an idea, man. What if we have a couple more people in the building? You want to try that out?" Me, I'm flexible. You want to know what? Avocado, you want to shoot over here? Okay, Gerald, you talking about, yo, what if there's some people in the background? Yo, even A Verb, well, you got an idea? I'm flexible. I have the right to say yes or no. I agree, I disagree, I think that's good or I think that's bad. You come to me with a good idea and I'm going to make a decision on it. I'm going to make a good decision on it. And then we all going to rock out. You know what I'm saying? So the person that he's walking around touting, right, is the person that had the idea of putting people there, not Ill Will. So once again, that's 2 for 2 stupid shits that he's telling you. So why y'all listening to A Verb? This is what you get for listening to Verb. This is what you get.
I interviewed him. He said that comment. So as a blogger who does interviews, I have to ask you that question, my brother. That's
but three. You know battle rap, right?
Yes.
You know battle rap. So because you know battle rap, right?
I don't know behind the scenes shit though. I don't know behind the scenes shit.
You don't know behind the scenes shit, but you know battle rap enough. You could also call me. You could also text me in private the way you do any other time, right? If Verb comes on your shit and he says some dumbass shit about ARPs adding more people to the building to suit Ill Will, does that sound like it makes sense in the first place? For you to turn around and be like, "Oh, word Verb? Okay, cool. Let me ask ARP when I got him on." Does that so what Verb is telling you that he's not fit for extra people in the building to perform in front of, and that benefits Ill Will?
He's saying it doesn't matter. He's saying it doesn't matter.
So if he's telling you it doesn't matter, then what's his point?
He's painting a narrative.
Exactly. So when you're smart enough to see that somebody's painting a narrative, don't pass the question to me as if you're unsure. All right? Call Verb on his bullshit, and then don't even ask me.
Is there judges? Is there judges? Is there judges tomorrow?
No. There's no judges for any of the battles. What we're trying to do is have a couple people decide on who got the performance of the night, just simply so I could give out an extra bag. That's it. That was just my idea last minute. Like, you know, how I got to give an extra bag to who's showing up and really, you know what I mean, going crazy for the channel. So
is it Vada and somebody else? Because they said it first.
Yeah, I went mine Vada and you know, maybe 2 or 3 other people or 4, whatever. Everybody get together, pick performer tonight. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll send an extra bag out. That's just from me. That's all.
Okay. I'm only asking these questions, sir.
No, yo, three. You know me more than 10 years. I never had a problem with any question. I don't filter my questions with people, nothing like that. I just want you to apply your logic and your battle rap knowledge before you let somebody put a narrative or a stupid question on you. Because that's when people's going to start doing the whole 3-letter and A Verb shit. That's why people get at you about A Verb.
Wait a minute. Just because people get at me A Verb, that don't mean they valid. Niggas only do that shit because it sounds cute. I'm the one that's an A Verb.
That's what I'm blaming you for right now. I'm blaming you for listening to shit that Verb is saying because it sounds cute.
I'm the one in the space that's telling A Verb he lost the A-Ward. I'm the one in the space telling him you're gonna lose to Ill Will. I'm the one.
So let me ask your opinion. And let me clarify the statement that Verb made. Verb is saying that me or RBE is adding more people to the venue to help Will's outcome. Am I being clear?
A different venue. I guess it's a different venue.
So we already established that he's rapping in the same place that from his very last battle, which is versus Mickey Fax. So that's out the window. I don't know why he said that stupid shit. But all right, now the second part. He's saying me or because we know I just answered it's not me that had the idea of adding more people. But so that's 2 for 2 out the window. But what is he saying? That more people being there is to help Ill Will?
Yes, it helps Ill Will, and because he needs a crowd around him.
Okay. So let me ask you, right? A crowd being there, does that take away from A Verb? Like, is this not the guy that has a showtime and he doesn't even say it anymore? The guy that just says 2 minutes and then he stops and then everybody else says it for him. He says pieces of his own showtime. He doesn't say it anymore. Is this the same guy that's saying that more people there is for? I'm just asking you. Does it make sense to you?
No, it doesn't make sense to me. But
more people there hurts A Verb.
That's his.
And for the record, there should be 50 and less people there.
50 or less.
Yeah.
50 or less. All right.
Yeah. So, like, what are we talking about? Like.
So VOD, when can we get a date on that?
There's no VOD. If you want a VOD, we talking about the Breed is Different card that just dropped from Lawrence and Wing that had Gwitty and Caution, and you know you see some of the clips of like Zay, he went crazy, some of his wild shit that he did. That's on VOD right now. Go to rapgrid.com, of course.
Right.
This is no VOD. Once again, there's nothing for sale. That was never the plan. That was never the business. That was never the negotiations. You know what I'm saying? The other battlers were told something that we're going to stand on, that, hey, the prices that we're negotiating is based on me not bringing money back in for a ticket sale or a VOD or a pay-per-view, and that's what it's going to be. I don't know why he's so hyped for a pay-per-view when, and I know he says some slick ass shit like, why do you want the people to see it after it's edited or whatever, right? Does RBE have a reputation of catering to a certain battler or cleaning up chokes or any of that shit in our footage? Have you ever heard motherfuckers coming out?
No, I've never heard it about you.
All right. So does the battle rap culture really think, like, once again, Averb just speaks fast and he speaks good and stupid people will listen to him. So does anybody really fear that when Avocado and Ruin Your Day edits up a nice graphic and puts their Twitters in it and puts the intro or the slow motion footage of them and all that bouncing into the arena, and then it cuts directly to the rapping and you don't have to see the coin flip and all that stupid shit? Do they really think that video that we drop next week on YouTube is gonna do something to Averb so that Ill Will could win? This whole Ill Will I guess bias, right, just came about within like the last 2 or 3 days because of me and Averb. All right. Because I've been saying that Ill Will's the best battle rapper in the world for years. That doesn't mean that Hitman Holla showed up to Max Out 3 and said, damn, like I'm walking into an unfair situation because ARP says Ill Will's the best battle rapper in the world. No. The only reason why this became a narrative is so that Averb could get on Spaces 4 times a day, make some more money off of y'all, and I gave him another narrative, another topic to talk about. ARP is against me, so I'm his enemy now. So now he has something else to talk. He has more content.
Nobody believes that. Relax, okay? Nobody believes everything.
No, I know. I'm not saying that anybody believes that, but that's why Averb is able to paint a couple more narratives in the last 3 days for anybody that's just not that intellectual. Right? It's because I gave him another topic. I gave him some more content. You know what I'm saying? But I only did that, 3, because you was on my heels about catching up on that Spaces, which I did. And then when I heard it, I heard him call me out, right? And I heard him talking a bunch of garbage. So I cut my own camera on and I invited him to come argue with me. Then we get off the argument, and then he runs with that for 2 days. That's the only thing that happened. Nobody is fucking praying on Averb's downfall. Nobody's praying that we can edit the footage in a way to make Ill Will win and Averb lose. Every single bar that they spit or don't spit is going to be in the footage. Period. The fuck else do we do over here?
You don't think you're doing that, ARP. We don't think you're doing.
I know that. So why the fuck are we talking about? So why the fuck are we talking about a free stream then? No. Think about. Let's answer the reasons why Averb has said we should do a free stream. He said 2 different things. One, he said, on your way out, let's do it for the people. Give a free stream, but I'm giving a free YouTube, right? So what the fuck is the difference, right? God forbid I edit it and I make the video look that much better because I got some graphics and some intros and I'm cutting out the between the rounds bullshit. I'm cutting out the coin flip and all that shit. God forbid we make a good presented video for you that has all the artistry, all the rounds in it, all the shit that happens between them, whether it's chokes or stumbles or everything. I mean, obviously the same typical edit that Ruin Your Day and RBE does every fucking time, right? God forbid that we do that. So that was his first shit, right? On the way out, do this. And then the other shit is, oh, they're going to do something for Ill Will. Which one is it? You know what I'm saying?
Black girl lost or Shorty or he fights? I don't know. Is it Black girl lost or Shorty or he fights?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's Verb. It's no different when I cut on the stream the other day, right? The stream starts and he says, I said, cut your camera on. As soon as he joined, he said, my phone is charging, right? Every time after that, I asked him, he said, oh, my hands is busy. Which one is it? Your phone is charging, your hand is busy. Like, this is Verb we talking about. And I'm up here having fun with you talking about Verb because I kind of get a kick out of how some feeble, average-minded intellects actually believe half the shit Verb say.
Well, let me ask you this. I guess the culture feels a way like this, that since you announced retirement, which I'll get into 1 second, right? That you would be like, you know what, fuck it, let's crack this shit up. People are, I'm ARP, RBE. I was MVP last year. I had a banger last year. Let's keep it moving and shit like that. And let's jump on this PPV. That's why I thought also you have done that also. Respectfully.
PPV is pay per view. Keyword pay. All right. Because the stream is going to cost possibly for that amount of people that's going to jump on that shit. It could cost tens of thousands of dollars for all I know. If we go out there, we put out a flyer, say free stream, and that word goes around, everybody's going to jump on it. And who's going to foot the bill? That's all I'm asking. Who's footing the bill? If we're not selling it, right? Then how do I cover what it costs to put on a pay-per-view? See, maybe there's people. I'm not mad at people that's just a fan on the outside looking in. All they care about is going to a website or cutting on YouTube or cutting on their phone and saying, I'm going to watch this pay-per-view and here's how I pay my $50 or whatever I'm going to watch. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. But anybody that is, you know, any type of knowledge behind the scenes of battle rap knows that everything associated with these events comes with a price. A pay-per-view, the pay-per-view piece of it is one of the most expensive pieces of the event. The amount of money that I have to pay Rap Grid for one event, I've paid Rap Grid more money for certain events than, like, let's say, even like a Murder Mook is made. Okay, this is real shit. This is real shit. Real shit. These people, they call up these fucking these pay-per-view services, whether they want to do it on their own or you could, matter of fact, you can go Google this shit. Go Google it. Go Google how much it might cost for certain bandwidth and then how long it's going to be up there for VOD, which is replay traffic, all that type of shit. And go Google how much it might cost. And then add on what the service is going to charge you so they can get paid too. You know what I'm saying? The shit can cost tens of thousands of dollars, or you do a max out and Rap Grid takes $100,000 for you. That's justifiable. Because the whole world is watching.
Did it cross your mind at all to go pay-per-view at all? You're like, nah, we're not doing that.
No, because Straight to It since 2001. Let me tell you the difference between Straight to It and Full Circle. This is the only difference between it. It's two things. Number one, we're doing the panning camera. Number two, the name Full Circle has taken over and above Straight to It. I was laughing on the phone with Avocado about that the other day. I was like, people don't say Straight to It anymore. It's the same way people didn't say Divide and Conquer. They were saying Blue Room. You know what I'm saying? They were saying Blue Room. Max Out is a big enough name for them to say Max Out, Blue Room. But every other card that we did in the Blue Room last year, they just say Blue Room. They don't know that. They don't say the title of the card. The shit with Mook and Big K, they just say Blue Room. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with Straight to It and Full Circle. When I first started Full Circle, the very first Full Circle that we did, this shit said Straight to It. The flyer probably said Straight to It. I was promoting. Go look at my interviews or my blogs. They say Straight to It, right? Just like we did in 2021 when I did them cards that had like 18 battles and they just went straight to YouTube and we didn't promote. We didn't tell nobody it was going down. Nothing. Motherfuckers was finding out secrets. You know what I'm saying? This time around, all right, we'll put a flyer out the week before. Let the fans know what's going on. Get a little bit of excitement going, and then here go Verb with his narratives. That's it. That's the only difference.
So, are you going to be there tomorrow?
Probably not. Okay. Probably not. I'm at where I'm at, man. I got a million other things to take care of, and I'm glad that Full Circle affords me an ability to be able to trust in a couple coordinating, be in my job, in my spot, do my job. You know what I'm saying? And then have people that's on the ground running with certain things as well. So I don't have to necessarily be there. Will I be pulling up on some of the upcoming brick cards and the upcoming Full Circle events? Yes, I will. But this particular one, just like the last one, you know what I'm saying? Nobody batted an eye that I wasn't at Verb and Mickey Facts.
I disagree with you on that.
No, well, nobody knew. Nobody knew.
Well, nobody say that. Nobody knew.
Nobody knew. Verb didn't complain that I wasn't at him versus Mickey Facts. You know what I'm saying? It's because he knows that I say that Ill Will is the best battle rap in the world. So now it's like, where you gonna be for your fighter? Where you at with is Verb, man. This is Verb. Like, I love that Verb does what Verb does. You know what I'm saying? We all gotta allow Verb to do what Verb does.
Thank you.
But we gotta apply a little intelligence sometimes too. That's
we do tell them, sir. Trust me, niggas on that Verb just get real crazy shit. Like, y'all think, no, we don't, sir. No, we don't. Let me ask you this about Saga. Saga making RBE debut, right? When I spoke to that brother, he was elated, man. You can just see.
So am I. So me and Saga's been in touch forever since like the validation days, I feel like, which was like,
Validation days.
yeah, like like he put the picture up the other day, like when Loso battled Jay Murder, all the way back then. You know, Saga was there. We've been talking since then. Over the last like 2 years, we've been in contact. We have DMs or text message here, text message there, you know, matchups, dates or whatever. We just never fully, you know what I'm saying? But this time around we made it work. I'm pretty sure he's gonna show out crazy. And that's gonna even further propel fans to be like, yo, RBE and Saga, when's the next time y'all collaborating on something, which is dope. So it took us too long to get the ball rolling, but sometimes when the ball does roll, it's that snowball effect. So, you know, shout out to Saga.
Are you expecting the same kind of out? Like, what I don't know if you watch him in B Dot on the rooftop. Are you expecting some of that similar? Because that boy was solid up there.
Yeah. That's what he told me.
Yeah,
So Saga hit me a couple days ago, and he was like, "Yo, is this on the roof?" And I was like, "Nah, this is the place where Verb and Mickey Fax was. If you saw that footage." And he was like, "Oh man, I wanted the roof." And I told him, I was like, "Well, the fact that we're inviting a couple more people, that roof gave us hell. When we did the Arsenal and the Jag full circle, right? Yo, there was so much behind the scenes, because when you're up on a roof like that, it's a liability. So the people that rent the space to us and trying to bring entourage up and 20 people and all that, they was flipping. We actually got charged the extra fucking rental fee for that rooftop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we got charged, like Charlie Clips and Jag and Arsenal was calling me because there was drama, and I'm on the phone with them like, "Nah, it's all good. Don't worry, I'm gonna speak to these people." And Avo's still green, like everything's good. There was a lot going on behind that fucking rooftop shit. So I think that's one of the reasons also when during COVID, when URL was used, because the prior rooftop, it was all Avo's idea and Avo's spot. It was using like Avo's spot. You know what I'm saying? Like his previous spot. And then he started having issues, so he had to cut it. You know what I'm saying? So people don't realize, that's why I love people getting the credit that they deserve. And I said, like, we got to shout out the Gerald McCoys of the world.
Yes.
You got to shout out the Avocados of the world. Absolutely. Because sometimes these people will be a part of things happening, and people won't even let them have their credit, or they'll relish in their credit. Like I said, somebody like me will be like, "Yo, Avo, cut the stream on. Are we running? Are we live? Okay. Yo, Gerald McCoy to the front. I want to award you something on stream, on the biggest stream of the year." You know what I'm saying? We got to get these people there. So Avocado was definitely, that was his shit. And for him to want to do a rooftop again, I'm on board, because he knows how he wants to shoot it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Saga, like, because we was having more people, you know what I'm saying, involved with this, can't do it on the roof. Can't.
Why are you one of the few league owners that get at Charlie Clips the way that you do?
Explain. Because I don't think I really get at him like that.
I feel you hold him. All right, I'm gonna say this. I feel you hold him accountable.
Yeah, but I think the accountability that I placed on Clips has been more private than it's been public over the years.
I think you've been more public over the last couple of years. So the Rosenberg battle, I think, to even on the other day your blog, you were like, "Yo, Clips, I fuck with you, my nigga, but you come in there bullshit." And Jag about to, I think the head.
You saw my tweet. You saw my tweet. My tweet said, "Now that I'm retired, I can say whatever the fuck I want." Right? So that's me having my fun and being like, "Yo, I don't give a fuck about people's feelings as much." Right? But on a serious note, though, Charlie Clips is, I fuck with, like, there's people that I fuck with past battle rap. Right? Charlie Clips is one of them. And if you do really fuck with somebody past business, on a friendship level and all that, you know, if you can't be honest with that person, if I'm tripping, there's people in the culture that'll call me and tell me I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, "Yo, I disagree with this," or "Let me ask you why you did this," or "Why you said this." There's people that'll hit me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll do the same for Charlie Clips or anybody, because it's past business. You know what I'm saying? I'll hit people up about shit that don't involve me if I think it's beneficial to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I fuck with them. So if I'm on Charlie Clips's heels about him being on his A game, is one of it is because we all respect his real talent when he's fully prepared. We know what he could do. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, over the years, I've had the promoter side of me where I'm just like, "Yo, we got to make sure that the fans know that when you on RBE, you showing up, man. Like, you be different over here, and I want the fans to know that. Like, I don't like when we announce a Clips battle and there's a couple fans out there that have something to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, who likes that? You know what I mean? Because everybody knows he's a super talent. You know what I mean? So definitely behind the scenes as well. And then on top of that, the type of relationship that me and Charlie Clips has built, not only do we have that honesty towards each other, but he wants to hold me down as well. You know what I'm saying? He wants to hold me down as well. Like, he knows that RBE ain't no laugh your way to the bank type of platform. You know, it's why we've always had the best quality and the best battles over the years. You know, so he knows that about us. He knows that about me.
Bad battle. He's only had one bad battle, RB. One bad. Just one.
The QB one, but and I'm not making excuses for him. But once again, when I talk about the reality of business, you know, the last full circle was no different than any straight to it or any full circle that we've done. The negotiations is based on no pay-per-view, no. And I'm not trying to, I feel like a battle, if you sign a contract, you should show up with your A game no matter what. But at the same time, that's a nigga holler on the head back. But at the same time, you know, if Charlie Clips is getting paid what he gets paid for Rosenberg or what he gets paid for Big K, you know what I'm saying? Like the rounds is gonna be longer, the prep, and then we also had the situation where Charlie Clips was coming off of I think it was the Jazz battle, right? Before he battled Rosenberg. And the thing about the Jazz battle was Charlie Clips had already had his deal set with RBE for the Rosenberg battle. And my contracts say that, you know, we're aware of what else you got going on. And if you let us know what's going on, you have to disclose that to us. And then we take that and we put that in your contract, right? Like, okay, we are aware of this battle and green light for this battle, and everything else is shut down for our period of time where we're trying to promote. And he hit me up after signing his contract and get his deposit and everything. He was just like, yo, you know, URL called me to battle Jazz, right? And me being the person that I've always been, despite, you know, how me and them people, you know, deal with each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still said, I didn't hate on their battle, and I didn't hate on Charlie Clips, and I didn't try to stop his bag. I could have said contractually, yo, Clips, that's dead. We got to sign contract. I don't care about them people. I don't care about you and Jazz. I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Even Jazz, like, you getting that Charlie Clips battle, I hope she knows shit like that. I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm just saying, like, when you move an honor, it comes back to you. So I told Clips that when we had that phone call, and Clips was like, yo, you never cease to fail me. You know what I'm saying? You never cease to surprise me or how you carry it. You know what I mean? And then some of that is when niggas call me back to back like that, I be feeling like something's going on. But then that he pays back, he pays that forward. You know what I'm saying? He pays that forward. He's like, yo, you looked out for me. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to co-sign me going to get that bag and go and get that battle. And then now when I come for Rosenberg, you know, I got you. And then we spun it into a promo. No freestyling.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we already had the agreement of how he was gonna, you know what I'm saying, show up, and that, you know what I mean? And then we spun it into promo of like no freestyles in the contract, blah, 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 blah. And sure enough, he came and he gave a stellar performance. You know what I'm saying? So that's my nigga. Shout out to Clips.
Let me ask you this. I know you're pressed for time here. Retirement. Are you really retiring, or is it just you got to decompose a little bit?
Nah. I get that a lot. I see a lot of people saying, I think what he just needs is time to, you know, bounce back or recoup or re-energize, because, you know, not only is battle rap an extremely toxic environment, but when you're in his shoes, it's 10 times toxic because of the lane that he's in, or what he, I mean, like you're talking about, and what I got to do on a daily basis. Like, one of the leaders of the culture is not as heavy as the head that wears a crown, and there's several crowns. You know, if you're wearing, there's bloggers that's wearing crowns. You know what I'm saying? Heavy as the head. You know me, I never said one goat. I say multiple goats. It's no different from the pillars and the leaders of the culture. You know what I'm saying? So if you're one of those leaders of the culture, or fans depend on you or look to you for certain things, and you have a certain precedence of being one of the leaders of the culture, you know, you're in the midst of that much more toxicity. And I see people think that, like, oh, nah, it's because, you know, shoes he got to walk, he just needs to decompress. This is something I explained it on my own live. It's something that I was already, processing a year plus prior to, you know what I mean? And the leading up to it was just perfect. Just having a great year and then getting to that max out 3, the blue room being what it was, the momentum of RBE being what it was, max out 3 marking and landing on a 10-year anniversary, getting that RBE legacy matchup done, which is something that was in the works and in talks for years. Ill Will versus Hitman, putting together such a ridiculous card behind it. It was just so many little factors, and I was like, that's the one. That's it all led up to the, you know what I'm saying? It's like studying for SAT for like a whole year and then getting to that shit and then having a perfect score. Niggas said we won 11 for 11, and you'd be like, that's it. I'm good. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't want to have to sit in those shoes of what I got to do for like a max out and all that type of shit no more. Like what I described is really what I want to do. I really want to sponsor some shit on other leagues. And I really, when it comes to my battles that I put together, I really want to stick to like, like the one-off type of shits and like, like a full circle type of situation, shit like that. And then I'm also going to be putting energy and money into Lawrence and Wing. So if they put together a card, because they've been really doing their thing, they've been killing.
Shout out Wayne, shout out
Yeah,
Lawrence.
shout out Lawrence and Wayne. So if they hit me up and be like, yo, we got a card that's going down next month on the 10th of the month or whatever, I'm gonna ask them like, yo, you know what? Can I put up a couple dollars and put a one-off big battle on the card, to add to the promo run and whatever, boom, boom, boom. Can I do that? And they give me the green light. I'll do shit like that. So invest in what Lawrence and Wing is doing, invest in leagues that I fuck with. If we could partner on certain things and invest in the RBE channel in a way where it's not really a stress move. It's more so like it's fun to do now. It's more fun than anything. So like I get to have some fun by being a part of what's happening tomorrow for Full Circle. You know what I'm saying? It's fun shit.
So no more.
Like even all of this shit, let's be clear. All this shit with me and Verb, for me, is fun as shit.
I know it is. I know it is.
Like when I see people like, damn, we don't see ARP like that. Like even though it wasn't staged. Like like that only happened because you was hitting me up about that Spaces, right? Like so it wasn't staged. Like, but at the same time, me and Verb is on there, right? We both have a certain respect for each other because we're being competitive. You know what I'm saying? So that type of shit to me, and if I wouldn't even do that with somebody I don't fuck with.
You won't. I know you won't.
I wouldn't even do that with somebody I don't fuck with. So that shit to me was, I had fun doing that. It was genuine energy that we were both sharing, but it was fun competition. Every once in a while, battlers and league owners compete with each other at different shit. I'm not the first to do it. I won't be the last to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
no more Blue Room?
Somebody would have to shark it.
That just. And the Blue Room, fam, that shit was just like the energy in that motherfucker. I was in that bitch last year. The energy is so. Let me ask you a question. Take me back to 2013. I'm gonna keep it going. 2013, right? Do you remember 2013 at all? Is it vague to you now? Is it flurry?
No, I remember a lot. I remember most of RBE situations in history and what we got going on. It's just damn near everything.
Let me ask you a quick question. What made you decide to come into battle rap?
Oh, go watch that Fox 5 interview, dog. Like passion. Yeah, real shit, passion. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. Like battle rap didn't start in 2013 for me. No, it didn't. You know what I'm saying? Battle rap goes back to us being kids. Battle rap goes back to who's rapping on the corner, who's rapping in the hallways at school, who's banging on the lunch table, this battle rap happening. You know what I'm saying? And if you remember, those that know my history, before there was RBE, you know what I'm saying? I was partnered into battle rap media with Star.
That's a fact. I know that.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's a butterfly effect of just how things go. Like that was my first outlet after blogging, as far as being a part of matchmaking, right? And I told this story many, many times. Like one of the matchups that I wanted to do was Math versus Swave. Star wanted to do Math versus QB. Because he was heavily pushing QB at that time. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I was just like, yo, I think it'll be very, very bad if Math comes back after the Sirius Jones situation battling a female.
Agree.
They'll kill him for that. You know what I'm saying? And then around that time, Swave and Mav was still down to battle. Like things changed after, but they were still down to battle each other back then. And that's the battle I want to get done. And I didn't have the final say. Star had the final say. I was a partner, but at the same time, he was the creator of battle rap media. So when you're the creator and the owner, you still have the final say. And respect to him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it goes. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to answer to nobody, then you just got to start your own shit. And I just had that in me for battle rap. I was just like, I could sit on the sidelines and I could have my ideas fall short, or I could just critique. But I actually have it in my ability, have it in my drive to start my own shit. And it was just like, yo, from there, RBE. You know what I'm saying? That's when me and Shata was just like, yo, start our own shit.
First rapper you reached out to?
It might have been Swave. It might have been. I remember having conversations with K Shine in the quiet room.
Shout out Queen's Flip.
Yeah, shout out Flip. The reason why I got in touch with Goods was because of Averb, because I reached out to Averb because he put that blog up. I put this in a video a while ago. He put that blog up offering an up and comer, a one rounder. And I was just like, yo, that's what I'm on, the blood, sweat, and tears concept. And I got this little guy, Adi Boom, that's trying to fuck with me. You know what? Let me tell Verb I want him to battle this guy named Adi Boom on my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I hit him, I grabbed him for that. And then, you know, battle is they're gonna ring the bell. They don't know me. Like I'm just food, you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna ring the bell. So he ring the bell to Goods, like, yo, nigga over here spending some money, whatever. And Goods get in touch with me. He's like, yo, I got Danger Zone. Me and him is on Facebook talking shit. And I was just like, I like that matchup. I was like, the price is right. Let's do it. And the price made sense. And I booked it. And the rest of that card is history. Money Bags I booked because I fucked with Money Bags from a one rounder that he did. I forget who he battled in a one rounder, but it was like classic to me. So I was just like, yo, if I put him and Big Cannon in a one rounder, I know Money Bags are going to do the same thing that he just did. And Big Cannon, I knew was good in a one rounder because his one rounder with Cortez. So shout out to, I think that was Guerrilla Warfare, maybe Black Ice Cartel collab card or something like that. I was there and I seen that. So I'm a student. I was a student, and then it was just now put my own twist on things, my own ideas, and then create my own identity, and then build this blood, sweat, and tears lane, and the rest is history.
So what happens to the big K's and the show-offs and the ill wills, all these guys that, let's be honest, when URL had, these guys couldn't get on URL, whatever problems they had, discrepancies and everything, you're the one that held down a lot of people.
Yeah, but like the same way I can give a story about how Averb ends up on a stage, how Swave ended up on a stage because I watched him run up on a stage to defend Mav when Mav and Serious Jones situation happened. I watched Swave run out of the crowd and run up on stage, and I was like, I like that guy. I told that story before, you know, like my stories 10 years later, they're not changing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so there's like a different story for like how I decided on everybody. My thing with Show Off is Show Off walked up on me at the Trap House. You know what I'm saying? I was at Trap House and he walked up on me. He was just like, yo, I know you are. I know you're going to be doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get on your stage and, you know, fuck with me and take a look at me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, copy. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, I like his approach. I like this man. I like this aura. You know what I'm saying? And then you start looking into him, you see his talent. I was like, all right, let me fuck with you. It had nothing to do with like his issues or nothing like that. Like he literally this is an old trailers too. He walked up on me. He was like, yo, I'm Show Off. Check me out because I know you about to do your thing. Fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? These are like all the type of situations. Big K comes from him battling Ilmac. I'm in the background.
Classic. AOTD classic, yes.
Yeah, if you look in the background, of that card. Remember, I was everywhere. Like I know people point out like the B Magic and the Bill Clinton and John and all that on URL a lot, right? But you could see me everywhere. You could see me at Guerrilla Warfare. You could see me in Toronto. You know what I'm saying? You could see me at fucking Triumph over Demise. You could see me at King Juice's shit. You could see me at the Detroit shit when Calico battled Daylight for a one round. I was everywhere. I was in the building. I'm there more than anybody in the culture. Nobody was was from state to state to state. You could depend on that guy to be there. There's something about him. He gonna pay his flight, his room. He's pulling up in luxury rentals or something. Everybody they was knowing like he's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it was no different with Big K. Whether that was in Oakland or Toronto, I was in Oakland because he couldn't fly. He couldn't leave the country at that time. I think it was in Oakland. But you look at the background of Big K versus Illmac, and that's me, like a gray sports jacket and some fatigue pants. And I was watching him battle Illmac, and I didn't know Big K like that at the time. But I remember walking past him in the venue when he was by himself. It's no different than how he is today. And he had this standoffish, solo, here to do business vibe about him. And the same way I say I seen something in Swave, it was the same thing with Big K. Like I look into the person, not just into the talent. I'm like, I want to fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that came from. And then when he showed up for his Big Cannon battle, he just went crazy. You know what I'm saying? The rest is history. It's just like you show up the first time you fuck with me and we building that rapport and I already seen something, or there's already a reason why I wanted to reach out to you in the first place. And then we just build from there. Like they see in me genuine, I see in them genuine, and then we just build history.
Do you think it's going to be hard for some of these guys to get battles and find a freaking home that's going to take care of them? Like
I don't think that you have to have a home to battle rap. Ill Will says to this day in his battles, I'm not RBE, I'm not URL, I'm WILL. You know what I'm saying? Like our relationship is our relationship. And we're always going to hold each other down. The Ill Wills, the Big Ks, like these people, they know that, of course, right? But they also know the way that I've moved over the years. I've never constrained anybody. You'll be the Charlie Clips and be like, yo, and Charlie Clips isn't even looked at like an Ill Will or a Big K or a show off when it comes to RBE. Right. And I'll still be like, oh, word, go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So I've always moved like that. I've never limited anybody. I never stopped anybody's blessings. I never try to stop anybody's bags. If I let you flourish outside of me, right, then we have a mutual, respect for each other. If I go 10 years and I say, yo, Big K, don't do nothing but RBE, and then I decide to hang it up, you know what I'm saying? Like Big K might feel the way. He might, you know what I'm saying? But when Big K is on Chrome and King of the Dot, or GTX and he could be on URL and all it is. And then when he comes to RBE, you know what it is with us because of our relationship and our friendship. You know what I'm saying? I just happen to be one of those big pieces out of all those guys that is stepping to the side. You know what I'm saying? So you got a talent like a Big K and a talent like an Ill Will. And what we built together is 10 years in. And these guys have established a fan base on their own that should be able to cross into any platform. If you cannot survive outside of RBE, then I think that says something about you. And I don't look at these guys like that.
Got you.
I don't look at these guys like that. Big K could do whatever he wants when he wants. Big K should get the easy battle. He should get the twerk battle. He just battled Mook and whoever. Ill Will, I don't think he's saying that he doesn't want to do too much. He like, giving up and comers a shot or whatever. Maybe I could talk him into something here and there, maybe for like a full circle. But Ill Will is Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't, and that goes for any platform. If you can't survive outside of a platform, then that shows you where you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be a hitman that can get booked for the first time by a new league like Chrome 23 and fill the whole fucking venue. You see what I'm saying? You don't want a league to be able to say you're only you because of me.
Right.
Now we both have stake in each other's success. I'm not fully RBE without Big K. Big K isn't fully Big K maybe without RBE as far as what we've done over the years, right? But he's still gonna be, you know what I'm saying? He's still gonna be the battle rapper that's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. RBE is still gonna be a league that's in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
There's just elements of us that maybe wouldn't be there. Mm-hmm. So I think all of these guys could do what they're gonna do outside of RBE. But I still plan on working with them. Like, let's not get it twisted. I still plan on working with them.
How happy were you for Big K for getting Cody?
It meant a lot. It meant a lot. Like I feel like I won that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit. I'm putting that shit on my resume too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was dope because he deserved it. He earned it. He had an amazing year. He had a legendary year, and I think that he needed he needed to have, for me, he already did, but I think he needed even that much more of an opportunity to fully. Why are so many people from battle rap calling me? What's going on? He needed to have a further opportunity to put the last final stamp on why he's an undisputed legend. Undisputed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like unquestionable first ballot, top of the food chain legend that just happens to still be in the field outside. And to me, he did that long time ago, but I'm glad that a year like this makes it unquestionable of who he is and what he's done in the culture.
Did battle rap take a hit because RB is retiring?
And any significant battle rapper or entity or company that doesn't function on 10, something is removed, right? Something is removed. If you have one of the best battle rappers in the world that's not performing well anymore, something is lost, right? If you have one of the best platforms that's having a bad year or their worst year ever, something is lost. If you have a platform that steps away, something is lost. Opportunity, matchups, money. The good platforms have their own visions. Like I don't go on Twitter and ask the fans, what do you want to see? And then I book it. How many times have you guys accused me of being left field, the matchup that you didn't know that you wanted, but you ended up like, oh shit.
All the time.
A Mook versus Verb. I mean, a Mook versus Big K, or, like an A Verb. Mook versus you was my idea. I'll get on my own channel and break all that down. That's my idea. I'm break down the Mook and Verb shit. But this is when everybody was talking about Mook versus T-Top and Mook versus Surf. And then we announced Verb, and everybody's like, why?
Yes.
I mean, that's happened a million times on RBE. And there's platforms that'll do that. I have a lot of matchups on the RBE channel that would have never happened or been thought about if it wasn't for RBE. And that mind isn't going anywhere. I still have that mind of matchmaking and ideas and creativity. And the creativity even spans outside of matchmaking. Blood, sweat, and tears concept. That's my concept.
Yes.
Bringing down the walls and saying, yo, we need to stop this tearing shit when it comes to matchmaking. And then after that, you might see a close range, or organic versus gully, or a rookies versus vets. Like that all comes after, and it's dope. I'm not hating on none of it. That's not no hate at all. You know what I'm saying? But we all bring down walls for each other sometimes with creativity. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could jump on Twitch or Caffeine, but yo, I'm gonna try that, or I'm gonna try a card full of one rounders, or I'm gonna try. You know what I'm saying? It's different creativity, different whatever. So I don't want to sound big headed, like, oh yes, I mean, but I just want to say it's more logical that when you have big entities of the culture, if they're not performing at a certain level, or if they step aside, of course something is lost. But that's part of life, part of the world.
As big as URL is, right? Do you think they needed you to push them?
I mean, I see everybody say that. I mean,
let's be real. ARP, call it. No, you don't gotta be humble. Let's call it. And that's not a shot at URL.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I feel like I said this before too, man. The butterfly effect of RBE being here is through the roof. You know what I'm saying? The things that do and don't. Put it this way: we've not only do we have our own legacy and our own catalog and our own library, and what we brought for the last 10 years plus, right? But we are the reason why a lot of things, a lot of cards, a lot of dates, a lot of bookings, a lot of matchups, a lot of resurgences, a lot of shit has happened because of us, right? So we all know this. We all know this. So obviously we have been directly and indirectly a part of a lot of things moving, even with URL. And URL pushes RBE, and they push other leagues, and we damn sure push them. And it's just part of it. It's just part of being us all being in the arena together. That's what it's no different than, like, you also got leagues that really ain't on shit. They really They really don't do shit, but because there's other people around, they just feeling like I got to get out there. I got to do something. Like, damn, I look crazy. That's because there's other energy around. You know what I mean? So everybody gonna bump shoulders one way or another. You know what I mean? So I think the energy that RBE has created directly and indirectly has been a huge surplus to what the culture would have been over the last 10 years with or without. So and that goes for everybody, not just URL. It goes for everybody.
If you did not have a phenomenal year last year, right? Would it hit this way? Would it feel the way? I mean, all right, let me rephrase that. Being that you had a phenomenal year last year, is it much easier for you to walk away, even though you probably, like you said, you already had that in your brain established that you're gonna leave regardless?
Yeah, I'm human, man. I'm human. You know, I'd be lying to say it doesn't. I'm human. You know, having a great year, all those chips falling, this battle of the year, matchup of the year, league of the year, environment of the year, battle rap, all that type of stuff. It's dope, man. It's dope. You know, and it does make it easier because you get to go out feeling like you're on your own terms. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to, rupture their Achilles and then have to retire. No, nobody want to pull a Rod Strickland or Grant Hill or, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or was Rod Strickland or Brandon Roy or like some of these people are just like, Brandon Roy. Like you got some of these people is just like Anthony Hart. Some of these people is just like, yo, like Grant Hill was touted to be the face of the league. You know what I'm saying? Grant Hill, like you don't want to have an injury and be like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Or you don't want to be like, yo, I don't have the money anymore. So it's just a lot of shit that you don't want to have to leave a field that you were so significant in that way. And it happens to a lot of people. You could be a fucking sports player, you could be a boxer, you could be a league owner. You know what I mean? Like to feel like I did it my way and I left on my terms at my peak. Do you want to leave at your peak or your low? A lot of people leave on a low because you stay too long or you force yourself on something that isn't there anymore, isn't clicking anymore. You know what I'm saying? Regardless what holds for battle rap tomorrow, I got to, when it was clicking and when it was at its top for RBE, I got to say, that's my way right there. Boom. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd rather that. It does make it easier.
Is it gratifying for you also because when you came into the game, it was URL and King of the Dot, right? And I sat and watched you from 2013 moving forward. I watched you fight. I literally watch you fight for respect and gain it and earn it and respect and get respected out here, right? Is it also for you because, like I said, you came into the game, it was URL KOTD fighting 1-2, 1A, 1B, and here you come in the cut. You shook the building, my nigga. Like, let's call it what it is.
Yeah, but that's once again, that's just another thing that can happen in any field. Right. You know what I'm saying? Persistence, perseverance, hard work, consistency. You go from having like a cult fan base to a significant fan base to a general fan base. A lot of people never get to the point where they have like the general fan base, where it's like a general fan fucks with you. Sometimes you just have your core pocket of supporters. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine too. It depends on what field you're in. But it is gratifying because it didn't take 10 years for that. Like we've been at the forefront for a long time.
Yes.
So we've been in your top 3, so to speak, forever. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Forever. But to get like the general consensus of your general battle rap fan, people that don't even really watch battle rap like the way we do inside the culture like that. Yeah, I mean, it is gratifying because it is hard work that pays off, but I'm still going to stay the same way that I've been over the years and say that it's something that I was never targeting. I always wanted the chips to fall however they fall because I know the work that we provide is the work that we provide. And let the chips fall. You know what I'm saying? Year to year, let the chips fall. You know what I mean?
Before I go, man, I want to say this. You've been good to me through a whole decade, my brother. I go back to before I even show my face. You pulled me up. Nobody even know the fuck I was and shit. And you took a gamble.
You was a part of promoting my first card.
Absolutely.
And I grabbed you for that. Yeah, I grabbed you for that.
And one thing I always liked about you, I'd be like, ARP, can you get me such and such? And you always hit 3, always throw shit at me. Breadcrumbs. And I think, respectfully, brother, I know you're going out on top, but we did take a hit, though. We take a hit.
Salute.
Absolutely take a big hit. We take a very big hit, man. I think and battle rap and the culture itself, because I think battle rappers, RBE was a home for a lot of guys, man. Respectfully, man, it just was, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But one thing I want to continue to emphasize is like, of course, the people that RBE is their home. That's the first priority. But it's also it's not only about the people who it's their home. You know what I'm saying? Like RBE is still the place where you can come and see, Calico versus Goods. You know what I'm saying? RBE isn't their home. Right. You know what I'm saying? But those are two guys that I've fucked with for years, since day one. And they can still pass through. Murder Mook RBE is not his home, but I might be the one to go bring him back to battle rap after damn near 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, so it's not only about the people if it's your home. You know what I mean? Like we try to put on for everybody. And I always try to fuck with people that's got good talent, good business, and good morals about them, period. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see debuts and all that type of shit, and those will go well or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather that. Like K-Shine has been on RBE once, and he had an epic performance.
J Mills, yes.
Yeah, when we brought J Mills back. You know what I'm saying? Like Hollow's first time on RBE was a classic battle. You know what I'm saying? It's arguably Math Hoffa's best performance ever. And then when Hollow comes back,
it is.
Yeah, and then when Hollow comes back, I mean, he did the virtual shit, but when he comes back on the stage, he has a classic with Ill Will. Like, it's not his home. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say it for you. You're not gonna say it. Julian Carter, JC, I love you, my dude, but let's be honest, bro. Before you had to go to R&B to get your game back, get your bubble back, and everything, get your jumper back. And you got it back over there, man. But
one thing I'll also say about JC that people don't say a lot, because over the years, the JC thing has been said forever, right? Like, yes. When it come on, that's been said forever, like, right? But one thing that I do want to say about JC that I don't think people, maybe he's never even thought about this neither. Mm-hmm. I'm the person that's going to say it. JC needs to get credit for helping RBE spin the coach's eyes towards the importance of environment size in battle rap.
Wow.
Okay. Because when we started off in drum and we never wanted to like really leave that, when we did, we went smaller, validation. Yeah, we went to drum. Remember, fast forward all the way to 2018 when we announced Mook versus Verb, they was like, "You're crazy for trying to put it in here." And we was like, "No, we're just going to compensate, make it $100, $125, whatever dollar general admission ticket, but we're going to keep it right there and not let the crowd fuck this moment up of Mook's return." You know what I'm saying? And the vision that I had and the vibe that I had of environment and crowd size versus the outcome of a battle, there's been like a conversation over years, and it got bigger and recent, but I was on that 10 years ago. So I knew that a JC, a Big Cannon, a Mr. Mills, a Chilla Jones, guys like that in those arenas were going to thrive. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that was dissing on camera JC prior to that and try to cast him away. Right. And then when he's able to be in that type of environment and having these classics with RBE, and then you get to say, oh, not only is he good, but that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Or that's how, you know what I'm saying? So like JC is still a part of that because he's writing the material and he's performing. So while we're up here showing that this environment is damn near the best for battle rap quality, right? He's still a part of that. And that's one thing I don't think people give him credit, because we was kind of part of changing the direction of battle rap. You know, this is how you got the Born Legacies from like a smaller room, Blood, Sweat, and Tears and all that. It's how you got some of these series and all that type of shit. So like JC being a part of what he was a part of on RBE was even culture shifting as far as direction. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to JC.
Last question. Not getting certain battle rappers on the RB platform before you decide to hang it up, is that bittersweet?
Nah. If you would have asked me that maybe like 2 years ago, I probably would have said yeah. But our catalog and our library and our legacy is so ridiculous. Like when I go back over our channel and I see that, and I'll be looking at some of our playlists and I'll be like, oh, shit, I forgot we did that. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's only a handful of people that would have been real dope to work with. There was a time that I definitely wanted to work with Surf. You know what I'm saying? I think that would have been dope. He wanted to work with us too. You know what I'm saying? Like we was able to connect that the right way. That would have been dope. And definitely Lux. Definitely Lux. You know, I know Lux and I have had negotiations in the past. I spoke to him about B Dot. I spoke to him about JC at the time. After that, I had conversations with him about Daylight. That seemed to be out of reach as far as, you know, those conversations at the time. And then most recently, him and Hitman. You know what I mean? But never getting the opportunity for me and Lux to work on something. That sucks. But also, I want to keep reminding myself, shit, I'm talking like this, damn near forgetting my damn self. I'm still going to be putting together matchups. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be under a different circumstance. So if I want to do a full circle, and I don't care if it's 3 years from now, if Lux hit me up and he like, yo, I want to battle such and such, little private setting, whatever, just throw it together, boom, 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 and we can negotiate that out, I'm gonna do it. I still want to do Cassidy versus Big K in a full circle. You know what I'm saying? So me and Lux could definitely still work together. You know what I mean? We could definitely still work together, but not in the capacity of like having him on a max out or whatever. Yeah, that's an opportunity miss, obviously.
How did Hitman Holla take the fact that you plan on retiring? How did he take that?
I think pretty regular. And once again, like me and Holla's been talking about that for over like 1.5 years, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So he knew what I was on. He knew what I was on.
Anybody trying to talk you out of it?
Everybody.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Everybody has tried to talk me out of it. Battlers. I remember I had like a hour plus long conversation with Rem. I was walking around the city shopping in Manhattan while I was out there for me. It might have been the first time I did Fox or something. And I remember I was on a line with Rem and I couldn't even concentrate. Like I remember I was like an hour plus in and I realized like, oh, I ain't bought shit yet. Like I'm just saying this story because I just was clowning myself. Like I was zoning out having this conversation with her about why I'm leaving soon. And she was like, I'm not letting you leave. I'm not letting you leave, blah, blah, blah. Now that we hear that, all that. I'm like, I'm telling you. And I was so zoned out of my own retirement and having that conversation. I was walking in and out of like 10 different stores and I didn't even touch no. I didn't even look. I was just wasting time just walking around like a zombie because I was still processing. Right. So a lot of people either didn't believe me or tried to talk me out of it. But one thing that I do appreciate that I'm seeing like over like the last 1.5 2 weeks is the people that are saying like more like congratulations. The people that's more so like texting me or calling me or tweeting me or whatever or comments on the tube on my gram. They're just like, yo, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because people could be just as selfish as the next person and be like, ain't nobody hearing that nigga, give me this or do this. They more so like, nah, yo, I appreciate it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, salute to you. And I appreciate that that's happening more so these days because I think once people just be like, oh, he's not bullshitting, this ain't a stunt, this ain't a fake retirement or nothing like that. Like, oh no, he's really on that. You know what I'm saying? Then people, instead of, I get to see like the thank yous, like that's an honor. You know what I'm saying? That's an honor. That's humbling. So it's cool, man. It's cool.
My brother, thank you, man. I don't know how to feel, man. This has been a sweet in a sense. I know you're not leaving.
I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm gonna be around, man. I'm gonna be around.
You are, sir. You're not,
don't talk, yo, three. One thing I don't want you to do right now, don't talk to me like this is our last interview and no shit like that. I'll fuck around and get on your shit next week. You know what? We fuck around and get on your joint to talk about Verb and Will next week or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still around. Okay, I'm still doing my lives. I'm still doing my blogs. I'm still doing interviews. I'm still rocking with everybody that rocked with me, and that was good to me over the years. 3 was good to me over the years. We was homies over all this time, and that's not gonna stop. We're gonna continue to be homies. We're gonna continue to rock out and support each other. And then I'm still gonna be putting together battles, like I'm saying. So, I'm still around.
Your surgical blogs?
There's really no reason for me to get into that because think about it. If I'm all the way over here out the way, right, who am I fighting with? Like me and Verb wasn't fighting the other day. We was just being two Geminis, man, having fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like, who am I really fighting with? You know what I mean? Like maybe if I do a recap or I do a blog and somebody's offended and we end up going back and forth, I guess that's just regular shit that could happen. You know what I'm saying? But
you like that shit though. You like that shit though, low key. You like that shit low key though.
I like putting people in their place when they play. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like getting into it. I'm not a guy in regular life where I like getting into it with people.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Throughout the years, right? When niggas would take shots at you, right? Did you chuckle before you turned the camera on, knowing that
no, it wasn't no laughing. It was like, all right, watch, I got something for you. Like I remember one that I did. I'm not even gonna say his name because it's whack to bring it up in this type of format. But I remember there was one before an event, a big event, and I was answering on camera, media that was at the event, at the phase-offs and everything. And I was just like, yo, I'm busy right now. Like we're running this event. It's a big event. You know what I'm saying? But soon as this event is over, I'm gonna answer all of that. I'm gonna get to all that. Cause it's not a joke. Like I don't like to play with people and I don't want people to play with me. I've always been like that. So I'm not chuckling, I'm not laughing. Like it's not a game like, oh, watch this, what I'm gonna do to him. Like, nah, because it's not even really funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta play with each other sometimes to in a way where we wanna, you know what I mean, possibly take it to another level. That shit ain't cool. That shit ain't cool. So like I don't want people to play with me like that, and I try to give people the utmost respect. But people gonna clash when you're in my shoes. People's gonna clash and have disagreements. Like it's gonna happen.
My brother, man, I appreciate you as always.
My guy,
man. You know what I mean? Like
my nigga.
You're not. You know what I mean? But if you change your mind on pay-per-view, man, feel free. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
I'm around, man. Listen, we still gonna be getting somewhere. I'm not gonna say I got work to do because that don't sound like retirement. I'm gonna say I'm still gonna be getting work done. Okay. I'm still be getting work done. So it's all good, man. But over the years, I definitely appreciate all your support. And continue to support me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm still gonna be around.
I gotta do a better job in supporting Wing and what she got going on over there. And
that's dope.
I gotta do a better job in that. I gotta take responsibility.
I appreciate that. We're gonna be continuing to put energy and money into that situation. So, shout out to Lawrence and Wing. But I'm gonna be around, man. I ain't going nowhere. I'm around.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother.
My man, I appreciate you. 3. You already.
Always, man.